everyone, Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you could make it today. So, the more twisted Wonderland, more time in Playful Land, where the other shoe has dropped. The true horror of this theme park has been revealed. People are getting turned into puppets, and then they never leave. Well, or I guess they do leave, but they get sold as workers to people. They don't go home, that's for sure. A number of our party have succumbed, or begin to succumb, to their transformation into wood. And it's up to the rest of them to try and solve this. Violence is probably a terrible idea in this regard. So we're counting on you, Callum. Hello, Thomas. 16 chapters. Thank you very much. I always appreciate the heads up as to how far we're going. So, let's get into it then. Oh, you got Callum! Congratulations! Oh, let me out! Let me out of this cage! Please let us out! How about you kids stop whining already? You're just wearing yourselves out. We should be getting some new stock in any moment now. Bring a cage, would you, Gino? A big one. It is rather thoughtful of you to lay out the welcome mat, but don't you think you might be getting ahead of yourself? Indeed. It's patently obvious the rest of the boys have all escaped and are now working to undermine your plans. Just so. They would hardly be captured in such a short amount of time. Mr. Falworth, I have proceeded as instructed and brought more Night Raven College puppets. That was quick! Could you let them capture you so soon? Not that the four of us have much room to talk as the very first victims. We were just denigrating our enemy too. Not that our sharp words have much of an edge as the very first victims. That's a pretty good haul there, Thomas. It's like I managed for Glowmass last year. I got nothing to say in my defense, but I still don't want to hear it from the first victims. I was curious how capable students of a prestigious school would be. But turns out you Night Raven College kids are just a bunch of pushovers. Talk about a letdown. Ah, Gino, you're back. Throw the newcomers into the new cage. If only I could move, I'd be giving this guy the knuckle sandwich of his life. How did you get turned? I'm not sure. We busted up the puppets attacking us and then we found ourselves like this. It was all over so fast, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I see. According to Ernesto, people get turned into puppets when they commit misdeeds. I suppose yours must have been when you busted up your attackers. Precisely. If I were to guess, you wrote them off as nothing special and just casually smashed them to bits. Our puppets are highly valued members of the park staff, yet you'd openly use magic against them? What absolute cruelty! Your arrogance knows no bounds, does it? Keep talking big while you can. Yeah, the rest of the guys will put a stop to you soon enough. Huh. I'm sorry, what was that? You think they'll stop me? Hear that, Gino? What a riot! What's so funny? Quit the cackling! Now my sides hurt from laughing. Chance, young scholars, not a chance. After getting to know Fellow and Gino so far, do I want his event card next year? Yes. I told you I like his voice actor. I get voices swap as a card. You really think pampered, sheltered students can stop Ernesto Fowler? In a million years. Now that we know that committing misdeeds in this park gets us turned into puppets. But those misdeeds include breaking park equipment and harming puppets. That means that when puppets attack us, we can't hit back, putting us at a significant disadvantage. What if we just turn ourselves in and get them to take us to Ernesto? Getting captured and immobilized is no better than being turned into puppets. Do you think once we're powerless in the enemy's clutches, they'll just shrug and say, "Okay, that's enough of that. Let us go"? There's only one approach we can take. Search for Ernesto and the others while taking care to avoid damaging anything in the park. Ah, man. Or a ring? Way to suck all the fun out of this. Yeah, I had a feeling Floyd would not be up for the pacifist approach. Boring or not, it's all we've got right now. But we can't hit back at the puppets even if they swarm us. So we have to reach Ernesto without falling into their clutches. Is that even possible? Is there a way we can disguise ourselves as already being puppets? Ourselves is entirely the wrong thing to say anyway. I'm not even here. I'm captured. Water. We'll take this. Yeah, it'll do. Floyd there now. Yeah, Floyd. Floyd is the wrong person to be on this type of a rescue. Oh yeah, I remember you said that, Sarah. Oh no, not Leona. It's so quiet. Strange how silent the amusement park is now that the guests are all gone. I'll check inside. I remember the Brawling Bungalow's layout from earlier today, so I shouldn't be long. You guys check outside. Roger. Be careful in there, Leona. Well, it's a good thing the attractions are still lit up. Otherwise, we'd be totally in the dark. True, it is pretty hard to see anything when we're not near any of the footpaths or attractions. Though the way the Brawling Bungalow entrance is all backlit actually makes the place look kind of dark and eerie. Listening to Krabby reminds me of all the dumb fish under the sea. Huh? I mean, if this makes it easy for us to look for foxfish and cat shark, it's just as easy for them to spot us. Yeah. Guess what happens to fish that get lured in by bright lights? No luck finding Ernesto in there. Oh, hey! Behind you! Night Raven college students spotted. Bring them to Mr. Falworth. Yep, right on cue. If you knew that would happen, you should have warned us sooner. Ace, run! Way ahead of you. Whoa! We're surrounded. I don't think we can escape. But we can't attack the puppets. They're gonna nab us. Hey, Kater, catch. Whoa! I'm floating. Is this your magic lamp? Yeah. As long as we don't touch the puppets, we're in the clear, right? Leona! You're the man! And caught that AC. Nice move, Leona. And nice catch, Kater. Ace is safe, but the commotion is drawing an increasing number of puppets here. Found them. Found them. Capture them. Capture them. Look at all those puppets. The way they're all crowding together is giving me the creep. Oh, there's so many. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get away from a crowd this size. I had a feeling it was going to come to this sooner or later. I'll figure something out. You guys find Ernesto. I did have a fleeting feeling of, like, what if Leona used his unique magic to, like, make a sinkhole? But then that is damaging the park structurally, so that's not gonna work. You picture Gremlins? Man, it's been a long time since I watched that movie. Wait, what do you mean figure something out? You're not going to stay here by yourself. Yeah, I am. If all we do is run, we'll lose stamina eventually and I'll get nabbed anyway. Then I'll stay too. Me too. Running ain't my style and I'm really itching to let off some steam with these things. Don't. You'll just get in my way. You don't stand a chance against this many of them. Oh, but you do. Shows of arrogance from you are nothing new. But do you actually think you can win? I wouldn't stick around and tell you to scram if I didn't. Fine, if this is how you want to play it, don't expect us to fall over ourselves thanking you. As if. I was getting sick and tired of babysitting these herbivores anyway. You take care of them from here on out. Oh, Leona, you were doing such a good job, though. Leona. I'm a big kid, Ace. You don't gotta worry about me. No offense, but I'm a lot smarter than the rest of you guys. I'll manage. And I'll catch up when I've got it all handled. So you go on ahead. Girls, you're both pretty. It's true, they are both pretty. Leona, be careful. We'll be waiting for you. Now then. Prepare to be captured. Boy, they're really swarming in. I can't be bothered to take you guys one by one. Just come at me all at once. I mean, to be fair, if he could sand all of the puppets, then that would help the others.
話にならぬ。出直してこい。
Bunch of dumb mice, huh? You're a nimble one. None of these puppets has that much magic, or strength, or speed. And their movements are simple enough. The... Oop! Uh-oh. Oop. Okay. For a second there, something went wrong at my end. But it's back. Just a momentary glitch. The only trouble is how many there are. Where are all these puppets even hiding? I'll capture you. I'll bring you to Mr. Falworth. Gross how they all creep toward me. Guess I'd better go for it. Hey, over here, idiots. You slowpokes think you can capture me. This is so boring, I'm falling asleep. He's inside the bungalow. Don't let him escape. I knew you'd all run straight in after me. Now. He fled outside. Did he just shut the door? We're locked in? We can't get out. Let us out! Let us out! That is clever. Yeah, and why would I do that? You waltzed right in like a bunch of dumb mice going after cheese on a mousetrap. Let us out! Let us out! Well, the creepy puppets are all crammed in the bungalow. I don't even want to imagine what it's like in there. I could break the door lock to make sure they never escape. But that'd be damaging the park. It's more of a pain. But I guess I'll just put up a barricade to keep them stuck in there. No! Leona! For a second there, I thought he'd like sanded some stuff to make a barricade. That would have been bad. I don't want to do it. Now all the puppets in the area are locked up tight in the bungalow. Now that I've cleaned up those annoying puppets, I guess I can sit down and grab a quick breather. I've earned one. Surely a little liberty like that won't get me punished. Man. I'm beat. Sheesh. It ain't like me to go into a full-on sprint. Body getting heavier. Uh-oh. Wait. Am I getting turned? What's going on? I didn't damage a single piece of park equipment or hurt any staff. Can't get up. My shoulder just bumped something. It was too dark to see it before. Board? No sitting on the ground. Please sit in designated seating areas only. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, for goodness sake. That's also a horrible rule. That one's definitely designed to catch people out. He touched grass and it backfired. No sitting on the ground. Wait, so sitting in the grass seriously counts as a misdeed? They could have just had it as a keep off the grass sign. Are you kidding me? I've sat on the ground in theme parks before, when I really needed to sit down and there wasn't any benches. Lagging yourself. Oh no, Keita! Take this ace. I do like the lighting package up there on Whale Escape, by the way. It's lit up really nicely. We've been running for a while now, and the owner still hasn't caught us up. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but saying, "You go on ahead, I'll catch up later," is basically flagging yourself for almost 100% certain doom. Yikes. I better make sure to never say that. Was leaving him behind really the right thing to do? Maybe we should have worked together. Do you really think he's the kind-hearted, self-sacrificing type? Leona wouldn't do anything so pointless. He's more indolent, snide, and pragmatic than anyone else I know. If he decided to stay behind and have the rest of us go on, then that was the best option we had. As loath as I am to admit it, he wasn't wrong when he said he was smarter than the rest of us. Yep, pretty much. After all that posturing he did, he'd better be doing his job. And he's in the mood like Floyd. Mm-hmm. Yeah. True enough. I guess our goal is still the same. We have to find Ernesto. Let's split up and search the area. Oh, and just to be clear, we better be more vigilant and mindful of our surroundings this time around. Maybe you're smarter than a fish after all. This roller coaster's really long though, and it's a big area. If he was hiding somewhere here, it'd be really hard to figure out exactly where. Oh, if that's the trouble. I am he and we are they. Split card. Ah yes. Now we've got more eyes on the situation. Whoa, look at all the caters. Rad. Your lookalikes are so identical they put me and Jade to shame. What do you think? This is Split Card, my signature spell. We'd be happy to help me. This should cut down on search time, right? That's a huge help. Keita, your signature spell is seriously handy. You rule. AC. Flattery will get you everywhere. Alright. Let's search for Ernesto, but don't go too far out. We should all stay well within earshot of one another. If anything happens, shout for help. Yes, sir. You know, if I was in their position, you know where I would assume Ernesto was? In a backstage staff area, which would get all of us turned into puppets just trying to get there because it would say employees only. Right? Clearly I am smarter than a fox. Clear, nothing to report inside the Whale King. Nothing on the outside either. No Ernesto, no Gino, not even any puppet. There were so many earlier. Did Sea Lion actually take them all out? Way to ruin my fun. Your fun, for goodness sake. Whoa! That was Kalim Al-Azim. Kalim, hold on, we're coming. And that's Keita. It came from the bridge. Let's get over there quick. There are puppets coming out of the shadows. Lots of them! What do I do? I'm not supposed to attack them, and I can't let them capture me. You okay, Callum? Quick, over here! Keita and Keita! You all came to save me, I'm flattered. Your signature spell is always so cool to see. I remember the way you filled the stands and livened things up when we played our first show to an empty house. Now's not the time. Get behind me. Yeah, we gotta get out of here fast. I make it sound so easy, me. Unfortunately. Our shouts have drawn even more puppets here. I'm not sure we can get away. Capture them! Capture them! If Cage's clones harm a puppet, does that count? Probably.
いいっすね。
その程度か。
貸し一つす。どうだ。いたいた。
遊んでやる。
うまい飯にありつけそうっす。
Hey, me! Clear off that big puppet there. Yeah, I got me. As for me, how's about I draw the little guys towards the plaza? I'm on it. Wow. The cater here, the cater there, and the cater over there are all amazing. You guys are in perfect sync. You bet we are. We're all me, so we got coordination on lock. But there's a lot more enemies out there. Right now all we're doing is burning through my magic reserves. Buying time to escape would take a lot more KKs, and I can't support more than the ones I'm already fielding. Are you okay? You're sweating pretty hard. I can't just stand here watching while my friends are doing so much. I gotta help. I'll conjure up some water like sploosh, whoosh, then splash. What? What's gonna happen? You're kind of scaring me. Wait, Callum, behind you. Whoa, some little puppets snuck up on me, dragging me away. Callum! That's it. I've got no other choice. Ooh. Burn them. I'm safe? But that was... You okay, Callum? Thank goodness they didn't drag you off. Cater, I'm fine, but you just... The puppets. Yeah, that kind of slipped out before I could think better of it. This is gonna be it for me. Cater! Cater! What happened? Cater beat up the puppets to save me. Dang, he got all of them? Nice one, Seabream. Man, I could have gone for a piece of the action. Kinda a jerk move soloing him like that without waiting for us. Oh no, first train, now you too. Come on, AC, don't fret. You're gonna have to pull enough weight for the both of us now. Be careful out there, okay? Yes, sir. This is all my fault. I'm so sorry, Cater. Don't worry, I'll carry you on my back. Sentiments appreciated, but you're gonna wear yourself out in no time hauling me around like that. And I'll carry you in my arms. That's not gonna... You're out, Callum. There's not much difference. I don't think it's a matter of how you hold him. You can't carry someone and still run at full speed. Do you want to go down with him? Sorry, Bill. Could you do me a solid as a fellow junior and look after the others? I've got it covered. Also, I apologize for failing to arrive in time to save you. Cool, it's cool. I've got a plan for pulling one over on the enemy, anyway. Keita! Kalim Al-Azim, I know how much this pains you, but pressing onward is our only option. We have to go. And then there were 5. Sure hope AC and the others get away. So, don't suppose any of you puppets feel like telling me where you're taking me? Hello? Are you listening? You guys just hoisted me up and now you're not saying a word. Oh, I bet I totally look like I'm crowd surfing at a concert right now, huh? Don't you think? Hello, Nick. How you doing? Yeah, okay. Shouldn't have expected much there. Hey, up ahead, that's... the stage. Ah, train delays, huh? The Playful stage. Seems like they're hauling me into some sort of antechamber backstage. Hey, he is backstage! I have brought a puppet as requested. In the cage it goes. Keita! Trey, guys! So this is where those jerks have been keeping you. What a cozy little cage for us all to be crammed into together. Leona, you're here too? You got turned after all. Wow, you really fought tooth and claw for us. Apparently they found Leona all keeled over in the grass. How'd that happen? Wore myself out after a pitched battle. Technically that is true. So if you two have been turned to puppets, who all does that leave? I believe that would be Floyd, Callum, Ace, Ortho, and Vip. Yeah, I'm not sure I can go with dependable for that! I feel bad about saying it, but that's a worrying lineup. Oh, don't say that. Why don't we have a little faith in the one still standing? It's not like we have any other options. Nick, if it was Jade, I feel like I would be less worried. Floyd, however. So, if Gino's here, Ernesto must be too. Yeah, he's got Gino watching us while he's on the phone over there. Yes, yes! The plan is proceeding quite smoothly. Each Night Raven college student is of equally exceptional quality. You'll be most pleased. Yes, of course. The remainder will be ready as well, no need to worry. Yes, yes, sir, yes, sir. I'm certainly aware. Yes, sir. All right. For crying out loud! If you trust me that little, do the stupid job yourself. Blithering idiot. Their only redeeming feature is their money. Ah, do we have a fresh arrival? We've got a full constellation of silly stars. It's becoming a real party in that cage. Big talk from a guy who was just licking some fat cat's boots. How's it feel having to obey someone you don't even like? Please, I'd love to know. As if I'd fall for such blatant taunting. You brats think you're so clever. Grow up. Into what? A plankton with no hope of becoming anything but whale feed? An eternal small fry? A spineless bottom feeder? For some strange reason, Ernesto, those are the only examples I can think of right now. They're the kind of adult I absolutely don't aspire to be. Ooh, burn. Why? Funny you should mention that, Jade. I was just thinking along the same lines that I'd hate to be the kind of lowlife that sucks up to the strong and oppresses the weak. I wonder why. Oh, for sure. No matter how bad a hand you get dealt, there's really nothing worth sacrificing your pride for, is there? Okay, that's enough. I doubt there's anyone like that we know. But who can tell what nerve you might strike in some poor random schmuck? You little... Ah. No. Patience, Ernesto. Taunting is what they thrive on. They're a twisted bunch of brats, that's for sure. Whatever. They won't be trading pleasant banter with their school chums much longer. You should say your goodbyes to one another while you still can. The place you're going won't have any of the comforts you're used to, you know. What exactly is his problem with us anyway? I don't think it's us. Not specifically. He seems to have a chip on his shoulder about students. Or rather, the institution of school itself. School? I don't want to go back to Night Raven. Yeah. Jealousy, envy, somewhere around that range, right? Or something bad happened to him at school. And he's just resented the whole idea ever since. Or maybe he was just really bad at school. Grim does in fact want dinner. School. I want to go back to Night Raven. Still want to be in school, Grim? Who needs school when you can learn what really matters outside its crummy walls? Nobody. That's who. It's worthless. Instead of wasting your time on something so pointless, you can make yourself useful in the real world as a puppet. Okay. Pointless? I'm not letting that one go. School's a place where you can compete with others, learn what you're capable of, and push yourself to be better than before. Of course, that's what Jack takes away from the concept of school. Every second you spend in school is useful down the line. There's nothing pointless about that. I never knew you were that high-minded when it came to school, Jack. I'm kind of amazed. And when you put it like that, I think you're exactly right. You get to meet a bunch of different types of people at school, and every day is full of surprises, not to mention plenty of trouble. Though even that's a learning experience. To me, that's enough to prove that school serves an important purpose. My word! I have to hand it to you prestigious scholars. Even platitudes come easily to you. They aren't platitudes. What right does a coward like you have to invalidate the way I've chosen to spend my time? Jeez. Goody two-shoes much. Personally, I think the fox has a point. School's a pretty lousy place, Whoa, Leona! What are you talking about? No, I haven't done a temple yet, Nick. Well, it is. The guys in my dorm cause nothing but trouble, and I have to endure endless needling from the teachers. I get dragged into all kinds of nonsense, and even my rest time is restricted by school rules or whatever. Plus, I get saddled with babysitting duty for a bunch of herbivores that just have to go to an amusement park. Seems like you have no end of complaints, do you? Come on. You can't tell me you don't feel the same way deep down. True. I'll grant that, in all honesty, I find school to be rather stifling. But at the same time, there is much one can learn at Night Raven College. Eating lunch while chatting with friends, after-school club meets, bittersweet romantic gossip, intense turf disputes. They're all forms of learning one can experience nowhere else but school. Come, Leona. Isn't that the kind of knowledge you seek to accumulate in your time at ours? Not in the least. Then again, maybe it is. It's true that the knowledge and experience you get at school is hard to beat. I can agree with the assertion that school is a place to learn about values. My time in middle school was delightful, but my life on land has been special indeed. The surprises never end. And that's thanks to attending school with so many others. Had I not, there are things I might never have experienced. I guess for a merman like you, Night Raven College offers a whole nother brand of interesting social studies. I've been to more schools than I could count. But what's cool is that they were all different in one way or another. All my memories of the time I spent with my school friends are hashtag BFF and hashtag time well spent in my heart. So the takeaway here is, school's an essential place for learning about both yourself and others, right? Yeah, exactly. As far as we're concerned, school is an invaluable institution that nothing could possibly replace. School is a veritable font of knowledge. What could be more valuable? I couldn't agree more. So there you have it. Now, what would you say about returning us to our aforementioned, dearly beloved, highly valued learning institute? Yeah. I feel like I was going to say the only one of them that was speaking from the bottom of their heart was Jack, but possibly Lilia. The rest of them are just angling here. I'd say absolutely not. Well, we tried. And I had such high hopes it was going to work with Leona playing along and everything too. In what world would that work? The more you kept rambling, the more I knew you were up to some harebrained scheme. Same. No wonder Leona was saying such out-of-character stuff. It was all just a ploy to fool Ernesto. He might not have really meant anything he said, but I did. The same. I actually do think school's valuable. And don't the rest of you? Are you interested in school, Gino? Gino, stay away from that one. Oh, but Ernesto, we were bonding. You listen to me, Kalla. I don't think you're giving him any funny ideas. It's plain irresponsible to fill a person's head with dumb dreams and false hope about how awesome school is, because it's not. We'll be the ones stuck with disappointment all over again when reality comes crashing down. Do they have something personal against school or what? Or more specifically, does Ernesto have something personal about school? Has Gino ever actually been to school? How old is Gino anyway? Give me the kitty, I will win the adoption battle. Yeah, you probably would, Thomas, you probably would. Are we going on the Ferris wheel? First we have to leave Keita, and now you want us to ride the Ferris wheel for some reason? Vil, have you finally lost it? Finally? I resent that loaded phrasing. It implies I was already well on my way there. Yeah, also Vil, the park's closed for the night. How do you expect to get the Ferris wheel to move, Vil? I understand what Ace Trapeler means, though. We just lost Keita to the puppets. It seems an odd time to relax and take in the view. No kidding. We should be focusing on finding Ernesto and the others as fast as we can. Please. Who said anything about relaxing? If I know better, he's got an angle here. This ain't fun and games to him. Besides, I've never ridden a Ferris wheel at night. Come on, let's get in. It's totally fun and games to you. Apparently the Ferris wheel works. The Ferris wheel is moving. I had a feeling it might be still operational when I saw its lights flashing. The other street lamps and things seem to have been turned off, though. Yes, all the better for us. But who's operating the Ferris wheel? What? That's better? Look down below, boys. Look very closely. Can you see that light? Below, it's hard to make out, but there's a tiny white light moving in the dark. Hey, you're right. What is it? Seems like it's just kind of inching along. It's a smartphone flashlight. Ooh. Peter, your plan. It is? Oh, wait. Is that Keita's phone? Yes. Remember when Keita said he had a plan for pulling one over on Ernesto? When he was immobilized, he asked me to turn on his phone flashlight. That way, with it sticking out of his pocket, we could see where he was being taken. We ought to be able to follow that light straight to Ernesto. Now I get it. Oh yeah, the puppets did mention back at the Brawling Bungalow that they'd take us to Ernesto. Now we don't have to search all over this huge park for him. That's amazing! Smart thinking! I guess maybe it's not quite so strong as it is that everything else is just really dark. Let's see. Looks like the flashlight disappeared into the Playful stage building. Then that's where we'll find them. Okay, sounds like we've got a plan. To the Playful stage. Yeah! The Gator signal. Yes. Indeed. When I was studying our surroundings in the Ferris wheel, I saw a large number of puppets around the carousel. I suggest steering clear of that area on our way to the stage. I've got the park map scanned and stored in my memory, so I can be our guide. Couldn't have asked for a better one. Oh, this smooth sailing wouldn't have been possible without Kater's quick thinking, huh? Yeah. Kater, you were so cool to the very last. We must put an end to this battle. We can't let Kater Diamond's sacrifice be in vain. Knock off the eulogizing. Kater's a lot tougher than he looks, and Trey's gonna be there with him. They're gonna be just fine. If you're gonna worry about anyone, worry about us. Only 5 of us are left now. We're down 2 juniors as well. That puts a pretty big dent in our potential firepower. I'm just saying, if any puppets showed up now... Shh! Quiet! Speak of the devil. A puppet. It's only one, but it'll call for its friends if it sees us. You're right, and it's pacing back and forth along the same route. I think it might be functioning as a lookout. This is bad. If security's this tight, things are only going to get more difficult moving forward. Are we playing a stealth game now? Stealth game, stealth game. So what? We ought to go back the way we came? That wouldn't be a good idea. We managed to evade enemies on the way in, but we might run into them on the way out. Is there any other way we could take? So... Floyd's lost his patience. Instant gratification. Yep. Bye, Floyd. Bye-bye now. R.I.P. the puppets, indeed. He is going to sell his flesh dearly. So... Who said that? Not so loud, Floyd. Bill said to be quiet. You're being just as loud. What are you doing, Floyd? The puppet's going to spot us. So what? Is so what all you have to say? We'll be in danger if they find us here. Yeah, and we can't break the puppets. Why can't we? Huh? I mean, because we'll get turned into puppets if we do. And again, so what? I literally don't care. Here's the thing, I'm way past over this. I might get turned into a puppet after cutting loose, but that's not going to stop me from busting them up first. As long as I can beat the tar out of the guys ticking me off, I don't give a flying fish what happens next. Ooh! Someone nearly swore. You can quite easily fit another 4-letter word beginning with F right in that. What? Dude, once again Floyd proves how seriously messed up he is. Leona said he had a plan. Kato fought off puppets because there was no alternative. But this seems different. You're plunging headlong into enemy lines, fully aware that doing so will result in your own swift downfall? Yeah, that's because he's a berserker author. Enough from the peanut gallery. Look, I'm just itching to go on a tear right now. I don't want to keep running and putting off a fight. I ain't got the patience. So let me cut loose, will ya? Floyd Leach, I'm amazed. You lack even the smallest iota of logical thought. What a destructive form of instant gratification you embrace. Even I failed to predict this course of action. Yeah, that's because Floyd is... If you were to pick a word to describe Floyd, unpredictable is definitely one of them. As well you should. Floyd, you really are amazing. Are you sure about this, Floyd? Because we might just slip by while you're doing your thing. You want to get dragged into the fray and get the same squeeze and all the other puppets are about to get crabby. You guys are all distractions. Do me a favor and scram, would you? When Floyd says he'll do something, it's never a bluff. Crud, we're gonna be in trouble if we stay here. We gotta run now. Huh, wait, we're running from Floyd now instead of the puppets? Exactly. Take care of yourself, Floyd. Wait for me, Ace Trapala. Now then, it's finally time for some fun. Night Raven, college student, spotted. Call for backup. Call for backup. Look at them all swarming in. Come on. Even more of your buddies. Otherwise, this won't be worth my time. R.I.P. the puppets indeed.
心配するな。すべてうまくいく。俺もそうする。許可しよう。お前は俺の手の内前へ。これはどうか。ほら、僕は誰よりも正しい。
How many to get? Come on, don't tell me that's all of ya. The rest is up to you, backup crew. Use a catch pole. He'll break us if we come in close. Yeah. Is the prize being turned into a puppet, Thomas? I guess this is it. But at least I got to bust up the whole crowd I drew. Talk about cathartic. That was a good run. Okay, guys, you can take me to Foxfish and his pal now. What's wrong with him? Ah, the bite marks in my arm won't go away. Oh, no! He's still a bite risk. Carry with caution. I'm just imagining if they didn't carry him with caution, as if he just continues biting the puppets. Because as we've already proved, the only part that doesn't get immobilized is the mouth. My heart's about to explode. How much farther is it to the Playful stage? We're almost there. We just have to make it through this game area. I feel like they've gone a very long way around this. But hey. Okay, let's keep going and save our friends. I've been following along because you've been rushing ahead rather confidently. But do you actually have a plan for how you're going to fight Ernesto? Nope. Everyone, stop. Breaking noise. What's wrong, Bill? We gotta get to Ernesto. Yes, and then what? Do you think we stand a chance just running in headlong? Ernesto is the park administrator. He has an immense reserve of puppets and a great deal of familiarity with this place. We don't have the first clue about what he or Gino are capable of. They could be using the others as shields for all we know. Conversely, what do we have? A spudling with broken brakes who seems reasonable but resorts to extreme measures at the drop of a hat. Yeah, accurate. A spudling who has smarts, but gets easily carried away and always botches things at a critical moment. A spudling who could charitably be described as positive, and less so as ignorant and shallow. And last, but certainly not least, a world-famous supermodel with overwhelming charisma. These are such poor quality spudlings, they couldn't even make decent mashed potatoes to serve with steak. Are you saying that even combined we aren't good enough to be a side dish? That's downright mean, Phil Schoenheit. Are you the steak in that analogy? I don't appreciate being a potato, you know. Oh, mashed potatoes are great on sandwiches! Callum, what? Callum, what the hell? Callum, why? No! Callum, if you want to put any kind of potato on a sandwich, it's chips. I guess that could be pointed in both directions, UK and US. Both regards. Chips work well. But I'm talking about UK chips. Chip butty is such a good thing. So good. Mashed potato? Yes, fries in the US. But yes, crisps over here or chips in the US are good if you've got something else, like pate. Pate and crisps. It's pretty nice. Mashed potato. Why? sounds like, one, a horrendous mess, and two, texturally unappealing. Anyway, rant about that over. Silence. Really now, complaining is the only thing you boys are good at. And Callum is off on an entirely unrelated tangent. What I'm saying is that if we go in without a plan, we'll lose. Plain and simple. Ernesto is a capable con artist. Honest Ernesto, my foot. He's a shrewd man, the kind who lies through his teeth. Do you think someone so far removed from the concept of honesty wouldn't have a single trump card up his sleeve? What do you mean by that? Ernesto was cautious enough to allow his quarry to roam freely, while he spent the entire day observing them. I find it hard to believe he's already shown his entire hand. As I said, all he needs to do is sit behind a door marked employees only, and we're screwed. We need a proper plan in case something unexpected arises. And true enough, it'd suck to make it all this way only to get outplayed and go out with a whimper. Wait, Thomas, please don't tell me you found mashed potato sandwiches. I don't want to know. Despite your remark, your tone of voice indicates a strong level of confidence, Ace. Well, yeah, we've got Vil, a junior and the House Warden of Pomfiari to boot. It was rough losing Leona, Cater, and Floyd. But as long as we've got Vil with us, I'm sure we can manage. You know what you mean. Vil's super reliable. I feel better just having him here. For sure. Though obviously I'm also happy to count on you as the House Warden of Scaravia, Callum. I know you'll be there for us in a pinch. You truly are shameless. Oh well, no matter. Let's find some place discreet to hide and work out our plan of attack. Ah, it's Indian food. Yep. That would make sense with Callum's background. To be fair, I'm assuming that Indian mashed potatoes are probably pretty well seasoned, right? Because, like, I'm imagining mashed potatoes that I would make put on bread, which just seems like the blandest possible thing anyone could eat. Now, toast sandwiches I have heard of. I have heard of toast sandwich. Alright, this area looks clear of puppets. We panicked and hid when we saw those puppets with tools on our way here. But they were so busy with repairing the building they didn't even notice us. What hard workers they are. This place was back to pristine condition in no time flat after we busted it up earlier today. But several places still need repairs. Were the puppets too preoccupied fighting us elsewhere to have time to fix it? Seems weird to even bother fixing it in the first place, when there aren't any visitors left in the park. I admire the work ethic, but still. Yeah. Ace, it's gotta be ready for the next time. For the next time the ship docks. Here I thought nothing could be creepier than attractions all lit up in the middle of a dead, quiet, empty park. There's something extra unnerving about tiptoeing through shattered stained glass windows and broken pillars. Ooh, what was that noise? Oh, what's that sound? Oh, Otho, look out, above you. Above me? It's raining glass. Otho, get down. That whole stained glass window fell, frame and all. Otho, Vil, are you okay? I'm good. Vil used his magic to push me away right before it came crashing down on me. Then what about Vil? Vil Schoenheit, are you all right? Yes, worry not. Yep. I question the sense in what Vil just did, on the basis that Otho is the least likely person here to be damaged by falling glass. Yeah, exactly, Nick. He's the most durable person here. My face escaped unscathed. I wasn't asking after your face. I know your face is like super important and all, but jeez. Are you hurt, Vil? Here, let me see. There's falling glass and debris all around him. I can't get close. Looks like there's broken glass. Better clean that up. Night Raven College students! Uh-oh, that big crash attracted the puppet's attention. We better run for it. I suppose you'd better, yes. Vil's not joining us, because he sprained his ankle, didn't he? All of you, get going. Huh? Why are you talking like that, Vil? You have to come with us. Don't you see the mountain of debris around me? The puppets will capture me before I can climb over it. Why embarrass myself getting caught in an ungainly scramble to escape? A true pro goes out with grace and aplomb. Yeah, you're right. It is very sweet that Vil cares for Otho that much. Leona neutralized the most puppets out of any of us. The last thing I want is him calling me pathetic in comparison. And I gave Keita my word I'd take care of you boys. Well, you won't be taking care of them after this, though. But still. Without you, it's just going to be me and 2 pieces of dead weight. I can't possibly fight under those conditions. Ooh, Otho. Did you just casually refer to us as dead weight? I mean, yeah, I'm just as worried about our chances without Vil, but come on. Don't be so childish. Leona, Keita, and Floyd didn't get captured just so you'd be free to whine. Think about what you need to do. Figure the rest out yourselves. Alright, the 3 of us will make absolutely sure to save you guys. So we'll trust you to handle things at this juncture, Vil Schoenheit. Buy us the time to get away. Yes, that was the plan. Off you go. And now it's just the traffic light team. Now then. I may be about to lose, but my struggle will be far from futile. Adversity is where I bloom, more powerfully and beautifully than anyone.
趣味はねえんだが。
いいぜいいぜ。
つまらない。退屈させんか。
ほら全てうまくいっただろ。
Okay, we should be in the clear now. I could have avoided those falling objects if I'd been more alert to my surroundings. Bill paid the price for my inattentiveness. I'm sure Bill's just glad you're okay, Ortho. True. If he saw you beating yourself up for that, he'd yell at you to stop being childish again. Yeah, you're right. We're about to do battle against Ernesto, Falworth, and Gino. Just the three of us. We ought to heed Phil's words of caution and work out a detailed strategy for victory. Yeah, about that. So, hypothetically, what if Ernesto has a signature spell? You think he might? Yeah, I've been thinking about that ever since Bill mentioned him possibly having a trump card. See, ever since yesterday, it's like I've been a little, I don't know, out of character? I've been acting all energetic and excited. That's strange for me, right? I'm normally all chill and stuff. Yes! Chill is definitely the word that I would use for Ace, normally. Ace Trapeller, you're always energetic. Very much so. Seriously? Yeah, especially when you're with Grim, or Kalla, or Deuce. You get so bright and bubbly, it's adorable. For real? Is that how you guys see me? Yep. What's wrong with that? It just goes to show how excited you were to come here. I can relate. After Cater and Lilia secretly offered to take me, I was so excited I couldn't sleep a wink. I mean, I guess that's valid. But what about Trey? Not to mention Leona and Vil. They seemed like they were in higher spirits than usual, right? So I was thinking, what if that's Ernesto's signature spell at work? Some guys at our school have dangerous signature spells like that, right? Ones that can control people's body or mind? Ah, Ruggy and Jamal, you mean? Like a certain someone who's closest to Callan, to name one example? No thoughts, just sunshine. Well, when we were exploring the park together, I scanned Ernesto Falworth to gauge his magic. And it's exactly as he described. His magic was really weak in comparison to what you guys have. Lilia agreed with my evaluation, which counts for a lot considering his face sensitivities. It's safe to say Ernesto Falworth has very low reserves. Even if he did have a signature spell, spells that control people are powerful and complicated. I doubt he's capable of anything at that level. And even assuming he could control us, why would he invite us to a theme park, let us goof around all day, sick puppets after us, and wait for us to commit misdeeds? If he could skip those steps, he would have. That's a fair point, actually. It still can't hurt to be cautious, of course. Let's start by considering how we're gonna get close to him. Good call. If we get surrounded by puppets, there won't be anything we can do. Oh, guys, I just had an idea. You did? What if we invite Ernesto to a party where we eat good food and talk things out with each other? That's a very Callum plan. I'm not sure it'll work. Did I hear that right? Because I could swear what you said made absolutely no sense. Sorry, but could you repeat that for me? What if we invite Ernesto to a party where we eat good food and talk things out with each other? I guess I heard right the first time. Callum, I really don't think that will work. Yeah. Yeah. I love your bright and sunny disposition, Callum. However. Why not? We don't know Ernesto or Gino that well, right? If we took the time to talk with them, who knows? Maybe they'd turn out to be reasonable people. Callum, that's what all of your friends are trying from inside a cage right now, and it's not working. Dude, have you already forgotten what Bill told us about being cautious? I hate to admit it, but Ernesto could smooth talk circles around the rest of us. If we tried to reason with him, he'd have us eating out of his hand in no time flat. I don't know, maybe there's some reason that Ernesto has to turn us into puppets. If we could find out what that is, couldn't we work on coming up with a solution together? To be fair, you could possibly pay Ernesto off. I think maybe if you offer him enough money, like a significantly higher amount of money than he would be getting paid for you guys as puppets, then it might actually work. And if anyone has that kind of money, it's Callum. Obviously not. He's already attacked us, which means he's chosen to be our enemy. There's no room for sympathy here. No way I'm letting that guy off the hook without some payback. After hearing you both out, I do think there's merit to appealing to the basest of human needs. The question is, how do we provide food and music in the situation we're in? Callum Al-Azim, I don't suppose you have any specifics in mind there. Oh, I can cover the music? I'm a pretty good singer as it happens. That's not specific, that's spitballing. Yeah, it's not a very promising angle. Someone help! Hello, LeMay? Welcome to the stream. Huh? That voice! Is that another park visitor? It came from that way. Let's check it out. Ah, yes. Run away from where you're supposed to be going. Run into danger. Run towards the screaming. That's a great idea, guys. Great idea, guys. Oh no, the puppets are hauling off the crates full of park visitors. There's so many of them. Everyone's totally immobilized. Oh, but it looks like one of them can still talk. Bring them below decks. The boat's coming soon. Keep them moving. Lively there now. We haven't got all night. Let me out of here. Quiet. You wasted your whole day and had your fun. Now pay for it. want to go home. That visitor was crying. Yeah, I feel awful for them. How do you get it? Ernesto is a serious villain. Sympathizing and trying to talk things out won't help. If we want to get back to school, then we've only got one option. Make him listen the hard way. Otherwise, our schoolmates and the other visitors will all be stuck as puppets forever. But even so, fighting Ernesto without knowing a single thing about him doesn't sit right with me. What? It doesn't sit right? Dude, stop acting like a spoiled child. All you've brought to the table so far are pie-in-the-sky ideas that aren't remotely doable in the real world. Do you realize how irresponsible the things you're saying are? I refuse to believe it's impossible to reach an understanding with Ernesto. Someone can be open to reason, but only if you treat... Someone can be open to reason, but if you only treat them with suspicion from the outset, you're closing the door on that chance. So let's not get belligerent. I want to try having a heart-to-heart talk with him. Preferably somewhere nice and cozy. Okay. Say you hypothetically get your way, and we go with Operation Productive Dinner Chat. Who's gonna make the food? And with what ingredients? None of us is a good cook at the best of times. This plan has many other potential issues as well, but Ace's questions are valid. Operation Productive Dinner Chat will need to clear several hurdles before we can enact it. Sure, but let's give it a try at least. I'll do my best with the preparations. Your part? What makes you assume you're getting help from us on this? Huh? You guys aren't gonna help me? There, see? This is what I'm talking about. What do you call it when you float an idea you can't achieve on your own and just assume others will chip in? Irresponsible, that's what. Oh, really? But don't you think it'd go smoother with you guys helping than it would if I did it all by myself? Besides, doing things as a group is more fun than doing them alone. Don't you agree, X? Not in the least. This is getting us nowhere. Quick tinkering! Louder, though. Who was that? Oopsie, I let my volume get too high. Sorry, guys. You don't have to apologize, but shouldn't we be trying to get away? We finally agree on something. The puppets are heading right for us. Run! Yeah, T was like, Arthur, really? You're gonna go, T? Yeah. Oop. Yeah. Looks like Ernesto's in a pretty foul mood. The reason why is obvious enough. His name's Floyd Leach. Who, me? I don't know why that'd be. Yes, you do, you liar! That little tear you went on did a tremendous amount of damage. Do you think these puppets and buildings fix themselves? Well, they don't. Repairs are going to cost a ton of money. I can only imagine what the boss is going to say. Sorry about that. That must have been quite the tear indeed. Are you sure you're okay, Floyd? It really freaked me out when those puppets with the thick gloves hold you in with a bag over your head. Oh no! Oh no! They busted out the falconry gloves on that one. Like you were some sort of wild animal. Kalla, why are you looking at me? Because you're also a bitey creature. Don't worry. Do you see the pleased look on Floyd's face? You've got the same look on yours. Shade's right. If anything, busting up those puppets was a total blast. I'd get in major trouble if I smashed up a building at school, but I get off scot-free here. And I wish I could do some more damage. Hey, Foxfish, I want to bust up some more puppets. You mind turning me back real quick? That's a great idea. Turn me back while you're at it, why don't ya? Me too, me too. In what reality would I ever do that? It's like none of you have a care in the world. Do you understand the situation you're in? Yeah, we're captured, caged, getting shipped off Sage's Island, and we're gonna go full puppet sooner or later. I was trying to forget that part, Grim. With Floyd here, that means there's only 4 of us left out there, huh? I'd like to think they're all fine, but something tells me we're just about due for another arrival. Speak of the devil. All this rocking is unacceptable. Think about who it is you're carrying. If you must carry me, wrap me in your finest cottons and softest silks, and handle me much more gently. Hey, don't let my head dip down below my heart. What if my face starts to swell up from all the blood rushing to it? Oh, here we go. You want Bill muzzling? I think you want Bill gagging rather than muzzling. A muzzle means he can still talk. My word, look at the shabby cage they've got you all in. Bill, you got the puppet treatment, huh? That means it's just Krabby, Cleone, and Sea Elton now? Yikes, that ain't exactly promising. Okay, come on. Why did you have to get yourself captured while those 3 walked free? I'm worried about them. Circumstances dictated it. And I don't want to hear anything from the ones who got themselves captured before me. Well, well, Bill Schoenheit. Even as a puppet, you look positively stunning. It's no different magic-wise either. You're promising indeed. Aren't I, though? Yes, I'm quite the VIP. And when word gets out I'm missing, it will cause a huge uproar. Do you think you'll escape the search teams that are bound to come looking for me? It's the same for the others, actually. They all have friends and family. And more to the point, the school won't take a group of missing students lying down. Dear me! Did you hear that, Gino? He says the school won't take this lying down. You're hilarious! My poor sides are in stitches. What's so funny? Unfortunately for you, the investor backing us is quite a major figure in the Marionette world. Just hearing their name would strike fear in the hearts world over. Loose ends aren't exactly a concern. That's absurd. If this is your real world, it stinks. You're exactly right, Grim. That's just how the world is. And really, you're bringing school into this? Do you actually think your school cares enough about you to come to your rescue? Oh, that is absolutely precious. I mean, they might. I thought you were a bunch of insufferable jerks. But it turns out you're just naive little babies who trust your teachers to come through for you. You're only talking like that because you don't know our head mage. I'm not sure I would trust the head mage to do it. What? Is Night Raven College's head mage actually some extraordinary individual? Oh yeah, let me tell you a thing or two about Dire Crowley. I would love to know what you're going to tell him about the head mage. The head mage who has clearly done absolutely nothing on the subject of sending us home. The head mage who gets his students to do things for him that need to be done. Oh yeah. Let me tell you a thing or two about Dire Crowley. He's the most self-serving, underhanded man I know. He'll always try to sweep his own failures under the rug. Wait, what? It's true. A scandal involving large numbers of students going missing would be utterly unacceptable to him. He'd absolutely pull out all the stops to solve the problem before word got out to the public. It's a safe bet he'd mobilize the whole school to the cause, students and faculty both. Voluntelling, as it were. Yeah, that's exactly what he'd do. That's exactly what he does every time. What an abominable educator! You bet he is. Feeling demoralized yet? That's how we feel on a regular basis. Hey, come on, now you're making poor Gino feel bad for us. Look, we've got plenty of decent teachers too, okay? Yeah, like Professor Train. Professor Cruel's demanding, but he's also attentive. Professor Train's super strict, but still sensible. Professor Vargas always makes himself available to discuss different exercises and track and field records. And it's not just the teachers supporting us. Plenty of adults make our lives easier, like Sam in the school store. What a load of bunk! Take those claims with a whole handful of salt, Gino. Missing something? Ernesto's gotten rather hung up on naysaying since the subject of school came up. Yeah. Yeah, Vargas would be able to do a lot as well, wouldn't he? From what we can tell, he's got some kind of grudge against it. But why, though? It's so fun. All kinds of cool stuff happens at school. Hello, Shema. I'm doing not too bad. You don't think Vargas is someone you would trust to save us, Nick? I mean, I'd trust him to try, but yeah, I'm not sure about succeeding. I feel like Professor Train is the least likely to get himself turned into a puppet. I'm sure it's plenty fun for scholars like you guys, people gifted with talent. But how about the rest of us who've barely got any magic worth mentioning? The door gets slammed in our faces. We don't get chances to learn, and if we work hard to earn a chance, all we get for it is people telling us to know our place. Schools are rotten institutions that only benefit a select few. And what I'm getting out of this is, you didn't make it into an arcane academy and now you hate all schools by extension? Yeah, did you even try in a school that wasn't a magic school, Ernesto? What a truly petty man you are. Yes, yes, go ahead, scholars, laugh it up. You know who I really can't stand? People who take the fortune of being in school for granted. You've never imagined what life must be like for anyone who couldn't get in, have you? Have you ever spared the slightest thought for how miserable it is for those of us with only a smidgen of talent? An individual's value doesn't rely solely on their magical capabilities, or lack thereof. There are plenty of alternatives for people who don't get accepted into arcane academies or other elite schools. Yeah, my little brother can't use magic, but he isn't miserable at all. He's got more friends than me, and he's a seriously good student. Yeah, because he was born in the right place at the right time. I wasn't. I had high hopes pinned on me, and when I couldn't live up to them, I wound up ditched and treated like a total outsider. That sounds like a problem with your family, not with a school. And then there's Gino. Who knows how much better his life would have been if he could use magic? Meanwhile, you guys get to live it up at one of the best schools around, all because you have magical ability. You realize how privileged that makes you? Dude, what's with the lecture? Are you fishing for sympathy because you had a hard life? Oh no, I'm showing my respect. After all, school's a font of knowledge, right? If that fountain's only accessible to a select few, oh, how pretty and clear its waters must be. Would that I could see them. I'd never expect a bunch of ivory tower scholars to be able to relate to us. Well, this is a conundrum. I don't believe he's willing to listen to very much at all from anyone who goes to school. Yeah, clearly people without magic are reasonably common in this world. So there must be places for them to go, Ernesto. No kidding. And I don't know about you guys, but I certainly can't argue with the fact I've had a privileged upbringing. You know, I kinda get where Ernesto is coming from. Well, yeah, Grimm kind of came from that background, right? Grim wasn't going to get accepted to Night Raven any regular way. The difference is, I never give up just because the school rejected me. I keep coming, throwing tantrums, pestering, making threats, biting, burning things, rampaging like a wild. I do whatever it took until Night Raven College gave up and let me in. After all, I gotta study at school to be a great mage. That's the future great mage I know. Excuse me, what would some monster know? Ah, the person who was like, woe is me, I was so looked down upon, is looking down on someone, really? Really? Grim's an authority here. True, Grim did all of those things, and he managed to land a spot at our school. Take that! You what? Grim's got way more moxie than either of you. But please, keep sulking forever. Do you think you're the only ones who have it rough? If you really wanted to learn, you wouldn't let a lack of admission stop you. You'd work so hard you'd have no time to become a degenerate. Ernesto, Gino, I'd like you to think long and hard about something. Do the two of you truly hate school? Or deep down, are you envious of those who got to attend and learn the things you wanted to learn yourselves? Yeah. Hey, Callum. The people who are already captured seem to be putting your plan into action. I mean, minus the food and the music. But they are getting to know him. They ran this way. Find them. Don't let them escape. Phew. Glad these trees are here to give us some cover. But those puppets are hot on our trail. I don't see Ortho. Is he okay? Hard to say. But if the alternative is all three of us getting captured, him getting away alone is probably for the best. Oh, crud! That puppet stopped! Is it onto us? What have we here? There's a pouch on the ground by the walkway. Lost property! Huh? Lost property? Did one of the visitors we stuffed into crates drop this? I must deliver it at once. Why is it freaking out over one little lost item? I noticed this back when we were fixing up the domicile, when they were fixing up the domicile of destruction too. Aren't their priorities a little weirdly skewed? That goes to show how earnest the puppets are about helping out in the park. It's admirable how much they care about their work. Something tells me a guest stuffed in a crate isn't going to appreciate a puppet going, "Here, you dropped this," though. It would be just terrible if there were even more lost items. Let's scour the area more thoroughly. Oh no! It's a matter of time before they spot us. We made it so close to the Playful stage too. Is this curtains? Don't give up now, Ace. I'll figure something out. You run for it. Huh? Wait, why would you suggest that? No point in both of us getting captured. I'm a house warden. I'm supposed to look after the other students. If I act as bait, well, I'm sure the rest will work itself out. bait! You're not gonna just jump out in front of them, are you? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Callum, just settle down for a second and... Sounds like someone's mobile phone going off. I heard something. Let's get over there now. The puppets all left. I think so, yeah. Phew. Thank goodness. No kidding. What was that, though? It was me. Otho! I found a vendor's cart in the area where I fled, and I turned on all the noise-making toys it had in stock. Oh! Oh! Yeah, I'll do it. Testing toys out before buying them doesn't count as a misdeed, right? Not if they say try me on them. Are you two okay? We are now, thanks to you. Aren't you glad we both got away, Ace? Boy, I was on pins and needles before that. Callum, I was making snide remarks about you not too long ago. You haven't forgotten about that, have you? So you knew you were being snide? Damn it. Anyway, if an underclassman trashed me like that, I'd never bother protecting them. Why were you going to stick your neck out for me? Well, I've got a lot of younger siblings. They all start getting cheeky once they're older than 10, but I still love them. You being an underclassman kind of makes you like an honorary little brother. Aww. Hey, I'm not some 10-year-old kid. I'm only a year younger than you. I know, but it's still a big brother's job to look out for his little brothers. Considering all the Heartstable guys have been captured, you must be pretty scared, right? I might not be as dependable as Trey or Keita, but feel free to think of me as your big brother and lean on me anyway. You can count on me being there when you need me most, okay? Ah, jeez, can your smile get any brighter? Kalim Alazim, your suggestions were illogical, baselessly optimistic, and nonsensical. But Ace Trappeler, your counter-arguments only conveyed personal irritation. They were juvenile and unconstructive. So what if both of you make an effort to meet in the middle and try to get along? Dude, you sound worse than either of us did. Was my idea really that bad? Look, Callum, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have gotten all bent out... No. I'm sorry, I got bent out of shape and I shouldn't have said what I did. I still strongly disagree with your whole plan, and I don't think it's the right call. But infighting isn't going to get us anywhere. If we stayed at odds, how could we give Ernesto the royal beatdown he deserves? For sure. I mean, I never saw it as a full-blown argument anyway, but it's totally cool. Callum, what counts as a full-blown argument in your eyes? There's nothing we can't achieve if we just put our heads together. Good call. Let's find the best approach we can. Something the three of us can do. And that means that we are done with this book. So, I need to go pull. So I've got it. Nope, that was the wrong button. That one. Not twist tunes at all. Because I have a very useful free tempo. No, that's not right. Here's my... Wait, did I... Whoops. Come on, little thing. I think I accidentally pulled the cable out. Yep. No. Come on, capture card. Come on, capture card. Okay, we're back in business. Next one over. Alright. Ah, yes. This one. The Playful and tenfold key set. Are you trying to attract Callum? He can be nice, that's true. It's not looking promising, this pull, is it? Oh, is this a min pull? Oh no! Oh no! No! That's not the SR I wanted! I'm gonna have to do another 10 pull, aren't I? I need Bill! Otherwise, I lose my full collection of Azars. Well, that's gonna hurt. I think that's him. Yeah, there we go.
くれぐれもハメを外しすぎないようにとは言いつつやっぱり遊園地って心が弾むわね。
And there he is again, probably. Yep. Now I'm just gonna get a ton, right? Oh! Oh!
ショーの時間だ。思いっきり体を動かして。
How did you do
みん
that?
なで一緒に踊ろう。
You're supposed to. Okay, I don't mind making this second temple now. Oh, capture card. I think my capture card's dying. I think I need a new one. Right, Callum! We didn't get to hear him talk, but... Well, somehow Callum... on the one hand, had to do 2 multis, on the other hand, Callum. And we should also go and grab the tray that I need to do things with. This does work, yes.
ここは幻の遊園地なんだろ。それならせっかく来たんだし、思いっきり楽しまないとな。
Alright, well, now we're done. After that surprise SSR, now we are done. So, thank you very much for coming. It's been fun. If you're new here and you've enjoyed your time, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on social media, that is linked below. Over on social media and over here on YouTube in the community tab is where you'll find the streaming schedule for this channel. This was the last scheduled stream of this week, and I'm actually going on a trip next week, so the next... I'm not quite sure when the next stream's actually going to be. Probably next Sunday? With a small chance of Saturday. I need to figure things out. I need to check when I'm free. But yes, I will be back in time for the finale, thank goodness. But yeah, there'll be some kind of a schedule up, hopefully on Sunday. There's a very small chance there might be a video up next week. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to finish it. I'm sorry, I know it's been severely delayed, like an entire year now. Anyway, I will see you when I see you. But if you keep tuned to social media, as is usual when I go on a trip, there will be birds. There will be bird pics. So look forward to those, I guess. Anyway, once again, thank you very much for watching. And this is Kalla signing out. See ya. Bye bye.